And so, she and I are committed to a real relationship. She said, I'm not quite sure about where our conversation's going, but can we spend some time this week talking about what's happening here and what's going on? So since we're committed to a real relationship, we got together, and I said, this is how I'm viewing what's going on. This is my story. This is what happened for me with this. And I did get hurt, and I did feel strange. And bottom line, I just want to spend time with you. And she told me the same thing, but this is what happened for me, and this is what's going on, and this is what the plan changed, and this is what the thing is. And we sat there in that sense of what we really wanted, the realness in our relationship is that we love each other, and that we want to spend time together. So we're going to create something else that works for both of us. So when you're real, you engage with people. How many times when we have conflicts do we just say, I'm not going to go there anymore. That's painful, I'm not going there. And we go and we'll gossip about the person, or we'll just assume this person never understands me, and I'm cutting her out of my life. And where does that get us? That gets us into imposter. And so friends, as we are in this movement of unity, where we say the light of God is within you, that Christ's Spirit is within, that we must engage in real, and we must allow our relationships to be real, and our lives to walk through that uncomfortable feelings, to allow real to be your life. This child, one thing, always when the music's going, she sings. So she could be a singer, but she's doing a real thing. So life wants us to be real. And the people in your life want you to be real. Dr. Seuss says, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Right? Yeah, Dr. Seuss is good. So let me tell you about story, because the thing is, life wants you to be real. We all were real. We all were children, very real at one point, and then we learned a lot of things. We learned that this family believes this way, so you must believe this way. You go to this church, and this is how we believe. A lot of people learned they were a sinner from the very beginning. So, where do you go with that? Where do you go with that? There's nothing real in that. How about you're born in the image and likeness of God? How about love is your compass? And see, that's real. That's true. And so often we are letting go of the story of the imposter to step into real. Now, I can just make this up, getting a degree in marriage and family therapy, or from all the different things I've done in my life. These are stories in the Bible. Many people do this imposter to real journey. Jesus went by Mary and Martha's house. Anybody know the story of Mary and Martha? And Jesus went by the home of Mary and Martha. And Martha got really busy, like most of us, doing the things she thought she was supposed to do. Supposed to, anytime you hear you say this word should or supposed to, you're probably an imposter. So she thought she should get busy about cleaning up the house. So she went in the kitchen, she's cleaning, and she's preparing things. Now Mary thinks, Jesus is here. Jesus is here. I'm going to go sit at Jesus' feet and be with Jesus, because this is what I want to do. This is what life's calling me to experience in this moment. So Mary sat at Jesus' feet because she knew it was that moment for her to be real. Now Martha comes over to Jesus. Now, can you imagine whining to Jesus? I'm wondering why Martha, God bless her. But she comes up to Jesus and says, Jesus, Mary's sitting here at your feet, and she's supposed to be helping me in the kitchen. And Jesus says, Martha, you chose. That you chose the things you want to do, and Mary chose the things she wants to do. But what Mary chose will last. See, what Mary chose was being real. And I don't believe, they don't go on with the story, but let's hope Martha sat down and sat at Jesus' feet then. Because the deal is that Jesus can create, food for 5,000. He probably can work with the home of Martha and Mary. And so what Martha needed to do was just be real. Recover her emotional and authentic life. And be there with Jesus. I'll tell you a mantra that we had in our big leap class, because we're leaping from imposter to real, right? And the mantra that we have in being real is I don't do anything I don't want to do. Okay? Let's just say that together, all right? I don't do anything I don't want to do. And how does that feel? Does that feel selfish? Does it feel blasphemous? Oh my gosh, how can I say that? I mean, that's just so unkind. But see, if you realize that you don't do anything you don't want to do, then you start to recognize the things that you do want to do. Because how does it work to do those things you don't want to do? When someone asks you to go to that science fiction movie, and you keep going, and you don't really want to go, and you just keep going, and then one day you ask them to go to a comedy with you, and they say they don't want to go. Now, what happens to you? You know, and you're not angry because they don't want to go to the comedy. You're angry because you've gone to the science fiction movie that you didn't want to go to. All right? So that's why when you say, I don't do anything I don't want to do, you awaken the real you. And then you get to introduce that real you to the people in your life. And you get to create these real relationships that are these two Christs coming together. It's the real namaste principle. So, life wants us to take that big. Life wants us to quit being an imposter and be real. I had an experience of a story coming into my life in a very interesting way because life wants us to wake up. As many of you know, I flew for Pan Am Airlines, and I really wanted to live in London and fly. I was so excited about that. But on the way to become a flight attendant, you have to go to training. Ugh, this training stuff. But anyway, training. And it was a month where we had 3 women living in a room for a month, and a bunch of us. There was a few men there too. But flight attendant training is the land of the imposter. All right? You have to have your lipstick on like this, you have to have your hair like this, you have to walk like this. You can't be a step. You can't have a bad look on your face. It's amazing. And then women people keep disappearing every week because they've just been let go. And so you sort of just walk around in the sense of, oh my gosh, you know, I just hope everything's okay, like we do in imposter. You know, I'm going to just pretend that I'm this way until I get kicked out of life somehow. So I was at the pool. And I was there with the makeup on the pool, just sitting around acting like I thought I was supposed to act. And someone had given me a cassette tape. This was a while ago. And I started listening to this cassette tape. And it was a story of the Velveteen Rabbit. Anybody heard that story? And it was done by Meryl Streep with George Winston music. So I put on my headset and I'm listening to this tape. And the story of the Velveteen Rabbit is this rabbit that's given to the little boy for Christmas. And the rabbit at the time is bunchy and furry and new and has pink satin in his ears and he has real thread whiskers and he's this beautiful little bunny. And rabbit. And the boy loves the rabbit for a few hours. And then all these other toys appear. The uncles and aunts come, and all these mechanical toys appear that have noise and mechanical parts and move. And so the Velveteen Rabbit gets put on the shelf. And the Velveteen Rabbit stays there. And starts to feel kind of bad about itself because all these new mechanical toys kind of snub it. And it realizes it's just made of velveteen and has sawdust inside. And it doesn't realize, like so many of the toys, that it is a model of something real. He didn't know about real rabbits. So he started to feel insignificant and not cared for and just very, very unloved. So one day, the skin horse came by. And he said the skin horse had been in the nursery longer than any of them. And the skin horse had some skin worn off, and his tail was rather thin because many of the hairs that had pulled out his tail to make the necklaces. And so the rabbit said,